welcome back to the channel. My name is Leanna and I'm a full-time reseller. Today I want to talk about sourcing strategies. When I first began reselling, I didn't have a strategy. I just bought things because I thought they were cute and I thought they would sell. And sometimes that worked for me. Sometimes it did not. I didn't take into consideration brands and trends and what was really selling. I didn't do comp searches. In fact, when I started reselling, I didn't even have a cell phone that had data on it. And so funny, and this is a true story. This was my full-time job from the very beginning. I started sort of part-time, but I didn't have any other income. My partner, Paul, he was working outside of the home full-time. His phone had data on it. So I would be at a thrift store and I would be texting him saying, hey, can you look up this? Can you look up that? It was ludicrous. Anyway, I finally got my own phone, put some data on it. I was good to go. It was the beginning. Now, comp searches are something I do all the time. When I go into any thrift store, I look up comps unless I happen to know that particular brand or that particular style. What else do I do for strategies now? Because now is more important than my past. Now, I do have a few things that I do, and I'm going to say do a lot, I think. First things first, when I plan a thrifting trip, and normally our trips or our visits to thrift stores are planned. Sometimes they're planned around when a store has a sale, or for us, we can take advantage of seniors discounts. To find out any of that information, sign up for emails from stores, follow stores on Instagram, any of those shoppers clubs. If it requires an email, sign up for it. You will get notifications when they have store-wide sales, and it will help you save some money. So we do plan on our trips with those emails with the sales. That is part of what we do. We also maybe have some stuff to donate, so we may take it to Value Village and get the 20% coupon, but that's not all the time. Usually, we like to source, normally it's probably once or twice a week kind of thing. I am very much aware of trying to keep my inventory under control. I don't want a death pile anymore. And if you remember a couple of videos ago, I talked about getting through my death pile. I'm almost there. I'm almost back to sourcing again because I did put myself on a ban until I reached a certain amount, and I'm almost there. I am pretty confident that by the end of March, that will be done and I can start sourcing again. Yay! So I want to go to the thrift store because that's where I mainly source. I do source on online auctions and on estate sales and things like that. Not nearly as much. And this summer, with everything opening up, we will be, checking out garage sales and rummage sales more this year than we have in the past. But predominantly, I use thrift stores for my inventory. So, before I go to the thrift store, I make sure that I am not rushed and I am not stressed and I am not hungry or thirsty or any of those things. I want a clear head to go in and make good decisions. When I have gone in before and I felt rushed or other things were on my brain, I make mistakes. And you know what? It happens to all of us. And sometimes you can take an item back if you know there are return policies, which is awesome. And sometimes you can make do and maybe bleach dye it or do something with that item. But everybody makes a mistake. But I want to be able to be calm, cool, and collected when I am working. Sourcing is the most fun part of this job for me, but it's also work. This is where I make the good decisions. Those decisions I make are going to filter through my business. So I make sure I'm clear-headed. I am very lucky because I don't have anything else sort of going on in my life. I don't have another job. I don't have young kids at home. So I can schedule myself to go do this at this time, and I can pick a right time that's good for me. I don't know if there's actually a right time for time of day or if there's a better day of the week with any stores. I don't know if it would be a store by store basis. I prefer to shop during the week and usually in the morning. I don't like crowds, so shopping on a weekend is for me. Sometimes we will go to our Goodwill on a Sunday. Once in a while, it's not too bad. But I know there's other stores that have just opened and they've had their grand openings on a Saturday, and I'm like, nope. Or they've had their 50% off sale, which is awesome, but it was also on a Saturday, and I was like, no, I don't want to be around all those people. It's stressful enough to make the good decisions, but if you add in a whole bunch of people grabbing or just being around, it just causes stress for me, so I stay away from it. Yes, so I don't know if there's a right time of day or a right day of the week. I want to try actually thrifting or sourcing in the evening just to see if the store maybe they have more workers at that time and they can bring more things out of the back so they're replenishing more. I don't know. I will try it and let you know. When is your favorite time to thrift? When do you get to go and source for your business? I go to the thrift stores. I'm cool, I'm calm, I've got it straightened out. I know what stores I'm going to. Depending on the store that I go to will depend on where I go in that store first. Because I look at what I've gotten from that store in the past, how well it has sold, have I found good brands, what are their pricing per items, and it would depend on that store. So for instance, our local Goodwill, which honestly is probably one of my favorite stores. The biggest problem with this store is that the data does not work at certain parts of the store. Like if you're in the back by the shoes, your data is not working very well. That's not, it just, I don't know, it's being blocked by something. It's really weird. But that's really, for the most part, that's the worst part of this store. The prices are okay. They do have sales on a regular basis, but the normal prices are not too bad. But in this store, I go straight to dresses because I have found fantastic brands at this store. And the dresses range in price from about $7.50 to just over $9 for the most part. And that is fantastic. And usually dresses sell for a little bit more. So for me, that's a good sort of cost of goods. So I like to go to the dresses. I start in the mediums and work my way up. It's just what I do. I find that smaller sizes don't sell for me, so I don't spend a lot of time in smalls and extra smalls. I then go to shoes in this store, and it's actually really nice because it's sort of down one wall, so it's sort of a straight path. And I've also found really good brands, and their shoes range from like $5.99 to $9.99 type of thing. So I have found really good things, and I've sold them for good profit. Also at this store, I always check out purses because again, I found good things. So dresses, shoes, and purses at this particular store is where I go to first. And really and truly, any store that I go into, I usually look at shoes and purses for sure because it's one of the things I love to list. They're easy to list. I don't need a mannequin. I don't need hangers. I can just, minimal cleaning for the most part, put them down on the table, take some pictures, and go. So I always look at shoes and purses no matter what store I'm in. Other stores in the area, I will bypass dresses because they're way too expensive. Sometimes if we have a coupon or there's a sale, I will look at the dresses. But for me to buy a dress for $18, that can only sell for $25 or $30. That's not worth it for me. So depending on the store, depends on what section I go to first. I also shop by seasons. And this is something that I'm much more aware of doing now. This year is all about growth for my business, so I am actually really sort of putting my nose to the grindstone and learning how to do things in a good way that will benefit my business. So in January and February, I started shopping spring and summer. So I was looking at shorts, I was looking at bathing suits, I was looking at, pretty little floral dresses, maxi dresses, that whole sort of lot. And I would do that a couple of months before the season because I want my items listed and ready to go when that season's already started. That way the customer will get that right away. Do you know what I mean? If it's available for them that first warm day, they're going to buy it. They're not going to be waiting around into 4 weeks of the season to buy what they want to wear. So spring and summer is January and February. And then come March and April, I kind of go away from the spring and start going more into summer. I also, this April coming up, will be looking at winter items because I figure that people will be doing a spring clean. They will be changing over their wardrobe, so they will be putting their winter gear away, and then they might be making that decision that it doesn't fit them right anymore, it's not going to serve them properly anymore, so they give it away, they donate it, it's there for me. So I will be keeping an eye out for winter gear in April and May. Come May, I'll probably, leave off on summer gear a little bit. But June, the end of June, I'm starting to look at fall. I'm looking at long sleeve shirts and I'm looking at jeans more and I'm looking at light jackets and light cardigans, light sweaters, that type of thing. Because again, I want everything listed by August. I will continually look at summer gear all year round now because people are starting to go on vacations in the middle of winter. So I do want to have some items in my closet. In July and August, I am leaving summer behind. I'm still doing some fall because fall items can get you through most of the winter as well. But I'm going to start looking at my winter stuff come August, September, and I want to get that stuff listed and up in my closet. We also have, our holidays, Halloween, Easter, Christmas. Those are items that I source year round. If I get good deals on them, if something really special, I will pick it up. Christmas in July, Halloween in May, whatever it is, those are year-round items. They also sell year-round. I know that we have sold Christmas in February type of thing. And actually, I just bought a dress in January, so it was after the Christmas season, and it was a Lane Bryant dress. It was in a haul of mine. And it was sequined and it was sort of velvety. It was really, really pretty. It was new at tags. I got a great deal on it. And I thought, oh, maybe I should have left it because you know what? It's really not the season anymore. And somebody mentioned to me, which thank you very much, that, hey, wedding season's coming. List it. Somebody will buy it. And thank you, Rainbow Poops. Somebody did buy it. So I'm very pleased with that. So sometimes going outside of the seasons is not a bad thing because what I was thinking was a holiday dress was actually maybe somebody's going to a wedding dress. So there's other things you can use your items for. Keep that in mind. Now, getting back to the very beginning where I said I used to buy things just because I like them, I still do that with vintage items because vintage items aren't necessarily about the brand. Some of them can be, but they're not necessarily about the brand. They're more about the style. They're about the fabric. They're just about sort of what's trending now and what can I use it for. So I will buy vintage items because I like them, figuring that if I like them, somebody else will like them. Yeah, so that's what I do in thrift stores. I shop by season. I know my numbers, so I know what's selling and where I got it from. So I will use that history and shop appropriately in that store. And I also try my best to be calm, cool, and collected when I go sourcing because it is part of my business. But again, I am very lucky that I have that chance to do that. You people, I know you shouldn't be saying that, right? But those of you out there who do this as a part-time job, have other full-time jobs, have young children, whatever, I applaud you because this is not easy to be successful and to do it properly, whatever that means to you. And when you have other obligations and you're doing it and you're killing it, my hat's off to you. That's it for today. Tell me what your strategies are. Do you even have one? Or are you like I used to be? which was, oh so long ago. Not really. Anyway, that's it. I hope everybody has a fantastic week. Give me a thumbs up. Think about subscribing, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.